There's a lot of that going along around right now, feeling unsupported. Unsupported. Yeah. Why do we feel unsupported? Well, the things that we used to be able to rely on to support us kind of got pulled out from underneath us about 2 months ago. The things that we could trust, that we could rely on, that we knew were there, they all kind of dissipated, didn't they? And so we can feel unsupported. Or we can take this as an invitation to support ourselves in deeper and more meaningful ways. And that's what I'm going to suggest that we do. So, whenever there is something that feels what I call ick, you can transform it. So, I'm going to show you how. What we first of all we do is we think, what is that pointing me to? Well, an unsupported is a pretty easy one to figure out what it supports you to. If I'm feeling unsupported, where do I feel supported? So let's think of a few places where you feel supported. Do you feel supported by friends? Let's list them down. Add their names. I feel supported by my friend Kathleen, who called me last night. I feel supported by my partner Phil. Who else do I feel supported by? I feel supported by Marnie and Brenda on this call, on this live event. I feel supported by the weather. The blue sky feels really supportive today. So you get to focus wherever you choose to focus. And I know you might be saying, oh, Suze, that's easy for you to say. And it is. It is easy for me to say. Why? Because I've trained my mind. I've trained my mind to always look for what is supportive, for what is on the upside. You see, every situation, every thought is either going to take you down and make you a victim or raise you up and empower you. And the good news is that you are the one in the middle who gets to decide. And I'm encouraging you to make the decision to support yourself first and then support the people that you care about. Because if we're so busy out there supporting everyone else, we're going to run dry. I think COVID has taught that to a lot of us. That if you give and give and give and give, you're going to go splat. So learning to support yourself first, for most people, is a learning. It's not something that we were born with. You see, we were born and we witnessed others supporting us. And it seemed to us in our baby minds that everyone was supporting us before they were supporting themselves. And so we grew up thinking that that's the way that it has to be. We have to do things for everybody else in order to feel like we're important. Because our perspective as a 2-month-old, 3-month-old, 4-month-old, when that perspective was being built, was that that's the way it worked. Now, I'm not saying that you don't support other people. What I am saying is support yourself first. You're so worth it. Because if you get exhausted and go splat, then you cannot support the people that you care about. So how do you support yourself first? Well, I like to do the first 10 minutes of every day. That's something just for me. It doesn't have to be huge. For me, it's usually just sitting quietly and thinking, what's my intention for today? And that's why I began these daily intentions. I'm so grateful to Shelley for gifting me a couple of days, about a week or so, of time where I was able to really take care of myself deeply. And now I'm back doing the daily intentions. There may be other people doing them as well. Because you see, it's not just me. There's a whole community of people who have learned to support themselves first and fill themselves up so that they can give freely from the overflow. If you're curious and interested about how you might support yourself, how you might train your mind to do this, I've put a link, flipyourswitch.learnit-liveit.com. It's a link to our 12-day challenge to really learn to do this for you. I know you can. People say, I'm not sure if I can support myself that way. I'm not sure if I have time. I'm not sure if it's worth getting up at 8:15 Mountain Time. I kind of like sleeping in. That's great. And if that's supportive for you, keep doing that. But we've got big change ahead of us. We're not going back to normal. And the people that will be able to be there and be supportive for others are the ones who have learned to support themselves first. So let's do some quick repatterning around feeling unsupported and transforming that to feeling supported. We'll start with a forgiveness statement. I forgive myself for believing I need to feel unsupported. I don't like the feeling. Okay, breathe that in. It doesn't feel good to feel unsupported. I don't like the feeling. I'm ready to transform it. So your mind can come up with all the reasons why you feel unsupported, or it can come up with all the reasons that you feel supported. And let's just choose the ones that you have control over. So it's where you feel supported by you. I give myself permission to really support me today. I can do that. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And if the monkey comes up and says, oh, but what about so-and-so if you don't support them? Let's go here. I give myself permission to support myself first so I have more to give to others. Breathe it in. I could feel unsupported and I can find the reasons, or I can feel supported and I can find those reasons. I'm the one in the middle that makes the choice. I choose to focus on where I am supported and expand that. I'm free to be supportive of myself today when I sit quietly for 10 minutes and really shape what I want today to be about. I'm free to support myself today when I have a healthy meal at lunch or dinner, whichever one, or maybe both. Okay, breathe that in. I'm free to support myself today. Now put your own in here. I'm going to put one of my own. I'm free to support myself today when I go for my walk. I love being out in the neighborhood and seeing the signs of springs. That's so supportive. Okay, as you do this, you are likely feeling your energy rising. That's what repatterning is about. It's not about pretending the old stuff away. It's about raising your energy because you are so worth it. I trust that this has been supportive for you today. Give yourself a big pat on the back from me for showing up and supporting you, because you see, as we each support ourselves, then the world is supported. And that's what our world needs right now. Thanks for joining me. I look forward to seeing you at Flip Your Switch. Take care. Oh, and if you're a grad of Flip Your Switch, come and review. We've got a special grad price, and you'll find all the information on the link just above. flipyourswitch.learnit-liveit.com. I'll see you on the other side. The flip side. The supportive side. Take care. Have a great day.